Okay, so let me put on my statistics teacher hat on just for a moment. I did teach stats for almost 10 years. I voted for Trump 3 times, and I'm a Spencer Pratt supporter. So before anybody goes to the comment section saying it's rigged, it's fraud, I'm simply here to play devil's advocate and explain why this election result changing isn't automatically evidence of fraud, even though it very well might be. The first thing I see when I look at these graphs is a remarkably consistent trend. So in statistics, one of the first questions we ask is whether we're dealing with a random sample or not. Most people assume that every ballot that's being counted is representative of all voters, and that's almost never true. I mean, think about it this way. Imagine if I asked who's going to win the Super Bowl, but I only surveyed Dallas Cowboy fans. My sample would be biased, a sampling bias, before I even started. The same thing could happen in elections. If the ballots counted early come disproportionately from neighborhoods that favor Pratt, then Pratt would look stronger than the final electorate actually is, which is what the graph is showing. And as more ballots arrive from different populations, different neighborhoods, different age groups, different socioeconomic groups, what you would see is the estimate starts moving towards what we call the true population value. Now, if you look at Raman's line, she doesn't suddenly jump at the end. She actually gains gradually across virtually every update. And that's what statisticians call a trend, not an anomaly. If fraud were the explanation, I would expect a discontinuity, a sharp break, basically, something unusual in the data, kind of like we saw with Joe Biden. Instead, what I see is a smooth progression that suggests the latter counted ballots are systematically different from the earlier counted ballots. Now, does that prove there's no fraud? No. Statistics can rarely prove a negative, but what I can tell you is that a candidate overcoming a deficit while additional ballots are counted is not itself evidence of fraud. Now, in fact, based on these graphs alone, it's exactly the type of pattern, I hate to say it, a statistician would expect to see when different voter populations are being counted at different stages of the election process. Look, I know it's not what you want to hear. I'm playing devil's advocate here and trying to put my own biases aside, but that's me just looking at it. That's just me looking at the data. So could there be fraud? Absolutely. We're looking for anomalies. Not really seeing it, but let me know what you guys think in the comment section. Appreciate you.